Hello out there, Ruthless Racing Nation. As I had my phone turned up with the stream on it, I'm sure you heard. But anyways, tonight we kick off the Ruthless Racing Pro Series with the first actual points race. This will be the first points race in the Pro Series history. And if some of you tuned in Tuesday, you watched Condemned Client get the win in the new Pro-Am series brought on by the Ruthless Racing crew here. So, as always, thanks to everybody who chimes in tonight. It's really appreciated. Got Trav Nation going to be out there tonight, and he is being supported by no other than Yankshus Eddie. But, yeah, I have to by contractual obligations to say it like that now, just so y'all know. Also, if anybody is out there listening that will be in the race tonight, I do have Jinx and Typical pulled up for streaming if they decide to do so. I would appreciate that. And as of right now, there is no live video. I'm starting to get invites to the race, so we are probably close to the green flag. Don't have a lot of pre-race things to go over, as nothing has happened other than Hollywood will be on the pole, as he did win fastest lap and his duel, which was duel 1 last Thursday. So congratulations to Hollywood starting off the season. Yeti Nation presented by Stu Car Motorsports, presented by the Wood Brothers. Yeah, if Travis sucks tonight, I guess he would blame me. I don't know. He's using my build out there, and I got third in my race. So, and it also got a top. My car also got a top 10 in Tuesday, as 10th place. Sticky was also using my get up. So that's right. Relearning car numbers is going to be something here for sure. Alright, so we are up to got 6 people up in here live. That's good stuff. I'm getting invites. I'm going to see who's streaming. Alright, cool. Getting those invites. Everything's looking good. Race 1 with points attached is about to be underway. So no live video from Jinx tonight, but Typical is going live right now. Right, so shout out Typical 30 on YouTube once again for that Ruthless radio. Skew Car in the house. April Lake here for Trav Nation. As you know, Travis be bringing in those viewers. Alright, Typical got me hooked up. And we're all ready for that green flag. Ready to get that action started out here. I can see it on the screen if it didn't work. So, Typical 303, that is right, on YouTube. That's his handle. You type that in, you should get it. It looks like a big flaming Tennessee symbol, if you know what that is. The Tennessee T on fire. I don't know. As a Kentucky Wildcats fan, that is an accurate representation of my view towards Tennessee University, or the University of Tennessee, or whatever the hell you prefer to call it. 10 people up in here. This is great. Glad to have this many people here for the first race in the Ruthless Racing Pro Series. This is just an extension of last season's Thursday series, which was just the Ruthless Racing series. But now we have split up into the Pro-Am Pro Series, and it's not on, and every Thursday night till the end of the season, we will have that action in the Pro Series right here on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. And don't forget, you can catch Hollywood on Tuesdays up here in the booth, bringing you all the action. Alright, I was reading Hollywood's text. But yeah, you can catch Hollywood in the booth on Tuesdays, same time. It's the Pro-Am series. You can catch people like me, Anxious Yeti, out there. Got new guys like Condemned Client who won the race on Tuesday. One Fast Beans up in there with us. And there's 16 spots in the Tuesday series, and it isn't always guaranteed. Sometimes 13th through 16th will have to qualify their way into the race if more than 16 drivers would like to race that night. As I believe we're under a minute here from getting a join message, probably any moment now, and we will be going green on Daytona here in season 2. Still just waiting on that join message, as I'm looking at the chat right now, and yeah, not really. Alright, they just now started going on the stream. It could be behind quite a bit tonight, which isn't usually the case. It's usually only about half a lap behind on the Ruthless radio to the live racing action. Tonight could be a little different. And as always, this race is brought to you by SKU Car. Check out SKU Car for all your NASCAR needs. Keep the camera on the high side tonight. I promise it will prevail. Edward Thompson in the chat, cheering on the MFF crew. Join has been sent my way. Alright, so we're getting in there. Got Chad up in here. He is Trav Nation. Pro Trav Nation. So, like I said, Trav brings in a lot of viewers here to the Ruthless Racing Series, and it's always appreciated. Now let's hope that SKU or Stu Car Motorsports, I don't know what the hell they're calling it nowadays. Whatever. Hope Trav wins. It'd be great to see. Put some implications out there. Alright, we're getting loaded in here. Hopefully we... Alright, we're getting right there on the green flag. It is dropping as we speak. Hollywood right there on the front row, right next to Shepard, who has started in second. And then 22 of Jinx, right there in third. And 47 of Portal Guy, who was the winner of his duel last Thursday. He is going to be starting in fourth, and a good two-line look already. Not a lot of cars jumping down to the bottom side. A lot of shiftiness out there, but I'm sure that'll work itself out. That is just the way of the super speedway. Yeah, we'll certainly get a flip through the field here as we go on. Nomad there in the 8, as I'm sure I will miss a bunch of numbers all night, so I may just be referring to people through numbers. .53 of Elvin's kind of out there by himself. Might drop all the way to the back there. 17 of G-Dog. Right here, working towards the back of the pack at the moment. Big Ben in the 19. He is running right in the middle of this front pack, as we are already up and going real quick here at Daytona, as really quickly the 19 gets up to fourth. That's dope. I like that story, Jack. So go Trav Nation. I agree. Here is Hamlin Nation. Death Before Dishonor there in the 5. Looking to get into the top 5 here. There's Trav Nation. Didn't quite give him the camera call when he needed it, but here we are nonetheless. Now I know this car he has is fast. Can he drive it is a different situation. As unfortunately, Trevor has found himself, Shepard. I got Travis and Shepard mixed up, called him Trevor. Has found himself from second all the way back towards the back of this pack. But Hollywood has hung on to the lead from the pole now, and Jinx has found himself tucked in quite nicely behind him. And that is Dan the Man there in that 34 car that has rose up to third place now. Big Ben running fourth, followed by Jonathan in the 9 in fifth. There's Shepard who started second. Now he's back here. Hey, I can't, if Trav's playing a little bit of, he's playing, the 2 got some contact up there on the wall. He's going to be able to stay out of everybody's way. I believe that 2 is typical. That's who it is. As he did switch from the 3 car to the 2. So he'll lose the draft early. So we got could be sandbagging, yeah. So we got a good race up here, a good pack, everybody all the way up here. So Hollywood has now found himself in trouble. That gives Jinx the lead. Not sure what happened to Hollywood to get him out there on the outside. I don't know if he's going to drop back to try to find Typical or something, but he jumped in line. Jack just spitting out words of wisdom. Big Ben tucked into second quite nicely, and there is Death Before Dishonor has found himself up here in third now. As the last time we checked in on him, he was in sixth. Big accordion effect there out of the field coming down to the front stretch. And yeah, still trying to get shifty back through there. Bad Martin finds himself tagged into the back here. So unfortunately, I believe... Oh, no way Trav Nation's already out of the race. There ain't no way. Unfortunate. It wasn't my motor. It was something on his end. Yeah, we already went over that, Travis. It wasn't my motor. We over here make the best motors. If anybody knows motors, it's me. If anybody knows them, it's me. We have the best motors. Ask my brother. We have the best motors. Hollywood, though, big trouble. As he has fallen way back there from first. But Jinx is hanging on to it now. As he is... Yeah, he's going to control this field until somebody's able to bump him out, I would imagine. The low line will prevail here for most of the evening, as we are at 8 out of 24 laps already. They'll be coming to the line to take 9. If anybody knows motors, it's me. If anybody has the best motors, it's me. You can't bankrupt a motor company that are good. A little under the weather, so I can't quite do a good one, but nonetheless, Hollywood just wanting the outside to work, just not going to get anybody out there. And there's untypical of him to be back here by himself, but good thing he's still out there logging the lap. Hey, listen, hopefully Trav Nation came in here for the show that's in the booth. instead of, I don't know, Travis just, he don't shift right or something. Dude's out there blowing rings and rods through the damn block. Grammy, we beaten Grammy's viewership, I believe you. Good pack racing here, though. I mean, everybody at this point, 10 laps in, going to 11 here, I would imagine that we would be a little bit more spread out. But yet we only have truly one car out off the group here. And that is Typical, who had found the wall. There's Death Before Dishonor. Still in third. Top 3 has not changed. I think the top 5 hasn't changed much at all, actually. Reportedly, guys hitting 230 out there tonight. As I was hitting some pretty ridiculous speeds myself out there on Tuesday. Oh, don't worry, Skew Car. We sleeved that motor. It was good. Should have ran 200 races. 200 milers. Good group up here, though. Kind of have a group that backed off to the rear of this front pack here, as we'll try to get some more information on those guys. Got Elvin, G-Dog back there. I believe Bad Martin there in that 4. Hollywood in the 88. So there's some good drivers back there in that little group. And they're not going to catch this long line up at the front here, as most of the field is just locked together. And there's another little break off in that in the group, as we'll see if the 34 of Dan the Man and the 48 of Shepherd break off of the front pack. Oh, door to door here. Pancake Man can't keep it down. It's going to allow the 9, I believe. Oh, got a little bit of action between the Pancake and the 34. I like whenever you all post emojis and the way they show up on my screen. All right, Aaron Lee up in here again. Trav Nation newcomer. Trav, this guy says you bought his son a computer and he hacked the FBI. What do you got to say about that? Let us know in the chat. Alright, Ethan Trindler back. Appreciate you coming back to catch some more action here. Thanks to everybody who has joined us here. If you haven't, please like the stream tonight and subscribe if you haven't done that either, as we have action every Tuesday and Thursday, known as the Pro-Am and Pro Series, and that's what you're catching right here, the Daytona 200. This is the first points race of the season. Oh, the FedEx Cup Series, huh? Good deal. Glad to see another fellow league owner to be up and supporting other leagues out here on YouTube land. Ethan says he just had his clash. That's good to hear. So Jinx has held on to this lead for quite a while right now. They are on lap 16 out of 24 here in stage number 1. And we might be seeing some pits here rather soon. We'll see how those work out. All right, Ethan, a winner. Oh, here they come. Here comes the pits. Let's see how it works out. A couple guys getting shifty, a couple guys up on the track. But for the most part, I think everybody made it in. So good pitting there. Those guys are going to go the long route. If they pit now, they have that draft, so they need to pit right after this first group here. Draft didn't beat them all to the pits. He just didn't beat them all. Pause. Anyways, had a Bristol clash. That's awesome. All right, here they go. As I predicted, they are going to go in right now. That's Bad Martin, G-Dog, Hollywood, and Dan the Man all going in now. And here comes that group back off pit road. Some guys not able to bring it all the way around to the back stretch, because once you get up on that track, it's hard to get back down. Not quite sure who's going to come out and be the leader once this is all said and done. Those guys that just pit, they're really gonna get caught up here on this group coming up on them, I do believe. As we'll try to stay right here. Dan the Man, or Death Before Dishonor rather. We can find him. There he is. Death Before Dishonor is the leader at the moment, and he will have a pack coming up behind him to reclaim that lead. Yeah, the pancake car is out here. And honestly, very surprised at this space that Death Before Dishonor had coming out of the pits. Obviously, they are going to catch him, but he's going to be right here in the mix. And there's a whole group coming, and he doesn't have to get out of the way. And they might have to just drive with him or around him. We'll see how far he's able to, or see where he's able to race on that at here. He's going to stay high for the moment. He could be possibly just going to give him that inside. The group behind him has broke apart into two groups now, high and a low side, and one, Dan the Man is going to make a move. He did. He's able to clear the 11 right there of Eneltown for the lead. So big move by Dan the Man, able to go out there, get some draft off that 5 and take the lead. What a move. Oh, got some contact. Shoots one to the inside. Pancakes up to the wall. That is Portal Guy, by the way. I just like calling him Pancake. So big move there by Dan the Man. That shifted up this top group quite a bit. Could have been a speeding penalty there by the 22, or he could have took 4 tires when everybody else only took 2. All right, so we are at 5 to go here in stage number 1. Death Before Dishonor, after coming out with the leads, able to drop back in around 6th position, I believe. Hollywood now up here in the top 4 after his pit. I wonder if that's legitimate. Big move to the outside by Hollywood, and a big line going with him. So big outside run here. Hopefully the low side will hold it. Got a couple getting shifty up on the high side here. G-Dog and Death holding it there in the middle pretty solid. 48's tagging in right here on board with Shepard right now. We'll try to go right off the nose of Shepard here, and you look at this action. So G-Dog pushing Hollywood back to the lead. Oh, a big touch here. 47, the Pancake. I believe he got into a couple. G-Dog up into the wall. Couple up into the wall. No way. Oh, we're going to be crashing. Okay, I believe for the most part everybody held on to it. It's just going to separate the pack up a little bit. They just need to get back together here. Oh, one did spin it back here. Not sure who it was. That would have been the 11 of Eneltown. That probably won't bring out a caution. That is only a 1-car incident. Hopefully he'll stay out of the way there. So that helped out that pack that had Jinx in it. All these guys kind of got stuck together. I don't know if it was the syrup or what. And now there's Hollywood and Dan the Man out here out front. And they will be the leaders as there is 2 to go. Be 1 at the line. And we'll see who's able to get it here in stage number 1. Hollywood winning his duel and the pole. See if he can already go ahead and sweep a stage. This is the last lap in stage number 1. It's a bumper-to-bumper battle up here for first position. As we'll try to get a look out behind. That is a big spread behind these 2 leaders. And I think they're going to be mano-a-mano coming to the line this time. Hollywood could probably work on a little bit of draft braking. And that's what we're going to see as he comes down the backstretch for the final time here in stage number 1. They're going to draw door to door coming into turn 3 and 4. And that group behind them do have some momentum, but it's not going to be enough as they're all racing too hard back there amongst themselves. I know I'm missing some action. I believe there's a wreck back there, but we're door to door here going to the line. Can Hollywood get him? Hollywood's going to beat him by a nose. So Hollywood's going to win stage number 1, and I'm not sure if a wreck happened back there or not. So awesome stage number 1. Door to door to the line between Dan the Man and Hollywood. Hollywood getting him by a nose. So good on Hollywood there. As I hope Typical can show me the top 5 once again. He won't be able to, but I will scroll back just enough to try to get that for us. It'll be Hollywood, Dan the Man, Portal Guy, Jinx, and Death Before Dishonor rounding up your top 5. Shepherd, G-Dog, Elvin, Bad Martin, and Hamlin Nation rounding up your top 10 there in stage number 1. And that is the first stage of season 2 here in the Ruthless Racing Pro Series. Big win there for Hollywood. As the 19 comes out in front, not sure how that happened. But nonetheless, here we are. So that'd be the 19 of Big Ben and the 8 of Nomad out in the front row to start stage number 2. All right, Ethan, we'll look forward to having you back whenever you get back. Yeah, come back in like 30 minutes or so. You for sure won't miss the finish. Good 2-line racing here to begin this stage. Stage number 2, Hollywood stage number 1 winner after a door-to-door battle with Dan the Man. Big shifting happening back here in the middle of this pack. Got a couple cars stuck in the middle. And Typical still hanging back there. This was kind of the tail of Typical in the duels as well, as he kind of just hung in the back for a long time. So we got some beating and banging going on up here. Let's see what Typical's looking at as he works his way down the back stretch here. View from Eneltown as he is behind most of the front of the field. Percocet? Molly Percocet? Hey. They call it homework because it's work you're doing at home. Alright, so this is all 15 cars up here. Tightly packed within this field, all within 2 seconds of each other for sure. And this is what you expect out of super speedway racing. I'd like to see a few more double lines emerge here. As it seems like once some guys get up on that high side, they just cannot keep it off the wall. Oh, big wreck coming in right here. Oh yeah, that's going to be a caution. Multiple cars around. down pit road, all throughout the infield, still wrecking through the front stretch. And that's going to bring out the manual, since the game did not call that one. That will most certainly be the first manual caution of the season. Hollywood also pitted in that. So right here's the leaders. They're going to be battling for the lead here. Let's see. Pancake going to be able to get them? No. And that should have brought out the caution. It did. Caution is out. Caution is out. And that will be the first caution of Season 2. As that was a hell of a wreck to bring it out there. Cars scattering down pit road throughout the infield. Just an absolute mess. And it kind of looked like it came off a lag or a field shift or something. I saw a couple cars do something weird. Then it was like somebody lost a tie rod in or something. I don't know what the hell happened. But anyways, this caution is brought to you by Skew Car, as we will get on board with Big Ben, as that is what I like to do under these caution conditions. And get in that camera mode, and I'm going to take a quick break myself. Enjoy the sounds of the pit stop. Alright, we're just watching some behind cars get caught back up here. I want to thank, big thanks to everybody who has came in and shown their support tonight. It's greatly appreciated. And as always, check out Everything NASCAR and Skew Car's channels. Everything NASCAR does official Ruthless Racing highlights, and Skew Car does unofficial NASCAR highlights. Alright, so let's see what we got going here. It's going to be 11 of Eneltown in the lead. So Eneltown and Typical are going to be on the front row, and they're going to take us green this time, as this is the restart after the caution here in stage number 2. As when they take the line here, will be 7 out of 22 laps completed in stage number 2. And we're going to see who can take the first race of Season 2 here in the Ruthless Racing Pro Series. Oh, Typical not clear. Gets down, takes the nose of the 11, bounces him off the apron. It's going to get shifty behind him, but everybody's able to hang on to it. So big aggressive move there by the 2 early on here in stage number 2. And that's going to allow our pack to kind of disperse a little bit into their own little groups. As the Hossack's trying to get something going. Contact by the Pancake Man. The 9 almost follows him up there too. Jinx holding steady out on the outside line. That could have been bad. Indeed. As we are still brewing for a bruising right here in the middle of this pack. Oh, big contact with the wall back there. 47 once again. Yeah, only one big wreck. That just happened. I think Eneltown got around at one point, but it was just a one-car incident in stage number 1. So we'll get off Jinx here as they start to fall back a little bit. Typical still out here in the lead. And he is followed by Big Ben in the 19, the 11 of Eneltown, and I guess the 34 of Dan the Man. Followed by the 17 of G-Dog. That's your top 5. So good racing here. We are about 9 laps into stage number 2 now. Stage number 1 was 24 laps. Stage number 2, 22 laps. 80 lap total race. Yeah, real windy out there, especially around the Midwest. I know it's real windy here today. Some people had lost power and stuff. Most of the field, or all of the field rather, out to a single file action here. I apologize for I do not know how to pronounce that. But, welcome. So pretty much single file here. Everybody kind of evening out. 12 laps to go in stage number 2 now. And I don't know if everybody will have to pit or not. Kind of don't know. Sorry everybody, I had to fix the audio thing real quick, as I know I was overpowering the sound of the track, most definitely. Yeah, NFL awards are on right now, that's true. And I don't know. Just trying to look up. Just trying to see if anybody had won yet, but I don't know. I think the Rookie of the Year might have got picked, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Still single file racing here, as a couple guys found themselves towards the back now, and unfortunately, I think Hollywood might be one of those guys. Nope, it is not Hollywood. That is Elvin Priest, and I believe it's the 8 of Nomad back there. Hollywood is tagging along the front part of this, or the rear part of this front pack rather, with Jinx and Portal Guy. Shepard, our second place starter, has had a rough evening, but nonetheless, do not count him out, as he was fast in the qualifying and the duels. Dan the Man running 4th position. He is behind the leader of Typical, who was followed by Big Ben, and then Eneltown. G-Dog still in the top 5, followed by Death Before Dishonor. Great Value Ranch. Get ranched. Put a bottle of fucking dressing up there, Jesus. All 10 viewers, appreciate you guys. This is the Ruthless Racing Pro Series, live from Daytona. First race of Season 2. A little bit of lag there. See if we get another wreck. Nope. I believe everybody was able to avoid that one. It was a good deal. Quick drink. Lactona, I agree. Quick drink break here for me, sponsored by Skew Car. Alright. A lot of guys taking patience to a new level here, but 6 laps remaining in stage number 2. I do not think that patience is going to hold on very long, as we are going to have to start making some moves, or guys are just going to be basically the fields and concrete. Need to make the high side work, as I did think the middle of this race would become more of a falling line type of deal. Everybody wanted to get their nerves out there in stage number 1, and they awarded us with a wreck. And here in stage number 2, as it did carry over, but now we're down to 5 to go here in stage number 1, or stage number 2. Edward Thompson wants to crank it up, and that's what we're going to do. As I was just thinking about that, 5 laps to go. I will come back with 2 to go. Let's get ready for a Ruthless crank it up. As with 3 to go, Jonathan wrecks it somewhere on the track. Not quite sure where that was. Ron Blaney, you leave the comments to yourself, sir. I will ban you. Your wrench don't mean shit to me. Anyways. Typical still out here leading. He's going to bring the field to 2 to go here in stage number 1, as the tire on that 8 car almost looks sideways. Typical still out front here. Can we get down to another door-to-door finish in the stage? I do have certain things auto removed. If you say some certain things, it will tell you no. That's just how it is. And just how it is right now is that these three guys have been the top three since the restart. Typical Big Ben and Eneltown kind of dropping back, I believe, as we'll go to 1 to go this time. And stage number 2, can Typical work it back to front type of deal here? As stage number 1, he had some issues, but now he's found himself leading the most laps here in stage number 2. I hope I said all that right. But anyways, right now it's looking real good for that 2 car, but a big group behind them is working up some momentum. As we'll see if they're able to get it done. They do pull within striking distance. Okay, so working to the outside, there goes Big Ben. I cannot see this being Typical's win right here. Oh, they're getting shifty behind him, and that is going to break up the run that anybody had. Typical's going to win stage number 2, and I can't tell if the 11 or the 20 were able to finish ahead of one another as they were coming down to fuel there at the end of the stage. It was just barely enough. Typical wins stage number 2, followed by Hamlin Nation in the 20, Eneltown in the 11. The 19 of Big Ben finishes 4th, and Portal Guy rounds it up in the Pancake Car in 5th. Dan the Man, Death Before Dishonor, Hollywood, G-Dog, and Jinx are the rest that make up the top 10. And will be going to 29 laps to go whenever we start stage number 3. And it'll be the final half of action here in the Ruthless Racing Pro Series from Daytona. This is a stage break brought to you by Everything NASCAR and Skew Car. Make sure you check out their channels for awesome action. Here we go. Stage number 3 will begin with Typical on the front. And he has Hamlin Nation out in the 20 on the outside. It'll be the 11 of Eneltown in 3rd with Portal Guy in 4th, which has been overtaken by Big Ben. Oh, I believe a crash has happened. Oh, we do have some cars wrecking right here. Oh, G-Dog's not going to be able to get off of the apron in time. Oh, no, Bad Martin. Bad Martin never has this happen. Unfortunate. There is some bad weather out there across the country today, as that could happen. So there's Hollywood. Not the greatest of days after sweeping the pole and the duel. Oh, bump to the inside from the 22. Damn, I switched the wrong camera. But Hollywood survives, and that's going to cause those two on the top to just link right to the back. As you can see, Hollywood experiences the freight train effect here on the inside. And at this point in the race, you are going to have to pit one more time, barring a caution in a very odd spot. As really, you almost have to cut this stage in half whenever you pit here. Oh, we got one down into the grass. Going to force up the 20. Can they get it lined out? I believe they will. Another scary moment here at Daytona. The first time that happened, it did not go so well. That is 2 big accidents, though, we have avoided since the big accident early on. We did have a little discrepancy in stage number 1, but it was just a 1-car incident after it was all sorted out. Now these guys are going to have to start getting more aggressive here to stay up towards the front for these pit stops, especially whenever you have people like Typical up there, who is a master pit stop maker. As unfortunately he did get a black flag last night in a race we were racing together. It kind of shocked me. We're going to take this moment to go through the field. We're going to start here with the 8 of Nomad, new racer here to the Ruthless Racing Series, and he is a pro league driver here in the Ruthless Racing Combined Series. And then Typical, who has switched from the 3 to the 2 this year, but was last year's champion, also won the most races in Season 1 of Ruthless Racing. Followed by Eneltown here in the 11, new to the Ruthless Racing series, as he is also here in our pro circuit. Elvin Priest in the 53. He is a new driver, as most of the guys in the field are new. 17 of G-Dog raced last year with us. Had some great races and a good finish there at the end of the year in Talladega. Big Ben, who made some starts last season but now driving the 19 full-time here in Ruthless Racing Pro Series. Bad Martin, unfortunately, raced with us last season, has found his way out of the race. There's Jonathan in the 9, also a new driver. Been a good car all day. Bryce Benton, welcome to the stream. Thank you for watching. We are just going through the field, introducing some of our drivers, as we have, I think it said 23 to go here in stage number 3. In Hamlin Nation there in the 20. Death Before Dishonor made some starts last season as well, but now full-time here with us in Ruthless Racing. 21 of Trav Nation, done something to his car. We all know Trav, though. Hollywood, co-owner of Ruthless Racing Series, and Pro Series race director. And there's Shepard, also raced with us last season, was a member of the Ruthless 6, or however we tagged them last season in the playoffs. And there's Jinx, a newcomer, but we've raced with him plenty of times. Good to have Jinx here in the Ruthless Racing Pro Series, though. And there's Portal Guy, a new guy in the pancake car in the 47. Showed out in duel number 2 and won it there last Thursday. Southern Farms, welcome. I forgot to mention you there earlier, but I did see you. Dan the Man, as he has come back for another season in the Ruthless Racing Series. So he catches himself racing again on Thursdays. And then we're back to Nomad. Then we got Typical still leading this shebang. He's got Eneltown tucked in right behind him. Somebody just smacked the wall. Oh no, it was Big Ben. I missed it. Talking about the drivers. Big Ben, unfortunate event. So it could get interesting now, as we'll see how this all works out. With 20 to go. Stage number 3. Will be pit stops about midway of this stage. They had 29 laps to begin this stage. I like this Jimbo guy. I think he's speaking in haikus, but I can't quite figure it out. It's been a while since I've studied a good haiku. Good action out of this race so far tonight, and but there's, the smart part of racing has came into effect here in the middle of these stages here in 2 and the second and third stage. You just don't want to tear your car up, don't want to cause a lot of issues. You want to make sure you get through to your pit stop and get through it clean, and those kind of things are important whenever you're racing at a big track like Daytona, because if you lose that draft, is going to be tough. I apologize, my controller died. I've seen it getting ready to happen, so I went ahead and started to switch. But thanks to everybody who has joined us tonight. Alright, we're back. I'm back together here. Okay, good deal. Still single file for most of the field here. And you know, I'd like to see some guys start to maybe creep out towards the outside, make this a little different. I mean, maybe get a caution flag thrown out there so this race has to go through green flag stops at the end. Kevin LePage, question mark. Big Ben possibly looking to do so. Nope, not going to do it. Good deal. Anyone in the 9? Yes, the 9 is Jonathan, as he finds himself around, I don't know, it's about 10th position or so. You know what? Thanks to Ethan for coming in here. Big shout out to the FedEx Cup Series that he runs and operates. Congratulations to him on winning his clash as well. Typical steal your leader. Anybody gonna try to go to the outside? I want to see it happen. I don't know. They're not giving us a lot to look at here right now, as I believe a good outside the line run would change this race up a little bit. Oh, we've got another FedEx Cup Series guy here in Bryce. Oh, we got a little FCS rivalry in the chat. Okay, I see. Congratulations to your championship, though, but Ethan said he's coming back with a vengeance. Ty Pickle, I like it. Condemned Client showing in. That's one of our Tuesday racers, as he did win the Daytona 200 in the Pro-Am Series there Tuesday. So congratulations on that, Condemned. Ty Pickle, I love it. I'm going to start calling him that. Ty Pickle. He is leading, though. Right here at Daytona. It's kind of odd. Fought. Oh, whoa, big complications. What is going on? They save it, though. What a series of events. Can't believe Bad Martin had that happen. It's Hamlin Nation still up here, trying to catch that group. He can with this draft here. He just got to make sure he stays up there on them. Death before dishonor is still caught back, way back here. I'm sure this is an incident of some sort. These three guys are going to pit, as they are going to try to get a roll on the ball here. Sounds like Ethan is Denny Hamlin, if you ask me. But I don't know. Hollywood's worked back up here into the top 5. A lot of guys are going to go pit now, except for the top 2 in Hollywood. So interesting to take the back side of that pit, as I believe that's going to work out for those guys that pit a little early, to be honest. Those guys are going to be back up to speed. If none of them got a speeding penalty, that will be big for them. Hollywood caught right up to those front 2 guys really quickly. Dennis Hamilton. All right, let's see if these guys decide to go into the pits, and they're going to stretch it another lap. Down they are going to go. Hollywood stays on the track to do it. Typical gets sideways a little bit. And that's going to be neck and neck between him and Hollywood coming down. Ty Pickle there and Hollywood. Hollywood's got him by the nose, though, because he's going to crash him into the inner wall. Up to 297 comments out here tonight. 298. Thank you very much. Timmy Vision in the house. Much appreciated. So these guys came in a little earlier. We'll see how that works out for them. Death was a part of that group that kind of pitted early. I don't know if he got a speeding penalty or those guys were a little slower. Yeah, it's great. 300 and counting comments. Awesome. Seems like a lot of great conversations been going on in the chat tonight. Big outside line coming by. That's typical in Hollywood. They were in the lead, but now they will not. So that group that pitted earlier than they did is going to rain. Oh, this could cause issues. The 9 of Jonathan's leading now. He's got the 20 of Hamlin Nation on his rear. So typical in Hollywood deciding to stay out did not help them. And we are coming down to it. We're over halfway towards it here as I believe Typical took some damage. We are at 9 to go once we get to the line. So we're getting down to it. And the 9 of Jonathan is leading this race as the first different leader in a while. As we'll do the right thing here, we'll get that 9 his official camera time. As there he goes. You got the 9 of Jonathan there, followed by Hamilton Nation in the 20 Portal Guy in the 47, the 8 of Nomad. Then that is Typical in Hollywood back there glued together. They are going to go to the outside, outnumbered by more than double, or at least double there, yeah. And yeah, I'm not sure what they're looking to do here. They want to get around these guys. They do have the fresher tire, I guess, on at least one side of the car. Typical cannot stay out of the wall once they sling up to the high side there. So Typical having a rough deal back there. Kind of losing Hollywood now. I'm not sure if he'll be able to stick with them. He might be fighting for some help behind him. Hollywood out to the outside once again. So still single file racing here, and a very surprising top 4 as these guys pit in the middle of all the other strategies, and here they are in the lead. And Hollywood's finding himself more and more off this lead pack as we get deeper and deeper into this race now. As this race could be amongst these top 4 guys, and if it is, oh man, we could be looking at somebody going across sideways. So big move to the outside again by the 88. Hollywood just keeps trying to race that high side, tries to force it down in there, not able to clear the nose of Nomad. And he's going to have to drop back to the 5th spot once again. So here we are, drawing to the outside now, the 20 of Hamlin Nation with help from Portal Guy and Nomad. Hollywood's going to go up there as well. Jonathan is going to lose the lead. Oh, door to door. Contact up into the wall. That's going to cause the Pancake Guy to go back. Oh, big wreck. Contact with Hollywood. The 9 is around. 88 hits the wall as well. Multiple cars involved. Hamlin Nation comes out unscathed. And the caution is going to come out. 5 laps remaining. That is going to bring out the caution. So here we go. Kind of like what we saw Tuesday. I think we're going to come down to a 3-lap restart here at the end. Big wreck there in the end of this one. I believe we're going to come down to a 3-lap ending. Do not believe we'll be going to Ruthless overtime. And there is no burnout rule on the super speedways. We do not do the burnout rule on super speedways or road courses. So the first 2 races of the season will not feature a burnout. So you have to wait till week 3, I believe, at Kansas before we get to experience that. Unfortunately, all that damage is going to put Hollywood towards the back of this pack. We're going to try to see who's up here in the front. Should be the 20, Hamlin Nation. There he is, Portal Guy on the 47 right next to him. As we're going to get going here, this is going to be hopefully the last restart of Daytona, the first race of the Ruthless Racing Pro Series, season number 2, 2 laps remaining as they go around right here. This is going to get shifty, folks, as it is not NASCAR overtime. It is just 2 to go. Hamlin Nation climbing out to the lead. You have to get the top side going now if you want it to have the momentum towards the end of this race. And I'm sure we're going to see some shifting going along right here. As we are on board with the 9, he is around the middle of the pack here. Death Before Dishonor in the 5, in 3rd position, in a good spot here. Eneltown in 2nd, following Hamlin Nation in the 20. That 20 better stay down as we got 1 to go here from Daytona. One to go here at Daytona, looking for the block. He goes up high, gets a little bit of a bump. He's going to keep it there, though. Nobody's looking to the outside quite yet. Big lag by the 20. That's going to kill the field. 11's going to get contacted up into the wall. Nomad making a move to the outside. Can he get some help? Outside goes Death Before Dishonor. He gets walled. Unfortunate big wreck behind him. It's going to allow Nomad to get the win. Big wreck behind him as we finish this race. But Nomad Nate's going to get the win here in the first race of the year in the Ruthless Racing Pro Series. Man, what a big wreck there at the end. Nomad is your winner in the 8. Followed by Hamlin Nation in the 20. Dan the Man in the 34. Jonathan in the 9. And I will have to see the rest of them. What a race. What a finish. Glad we got that. Yeah, so that's going to be Nomad, Hamlin Nation, Dan the Man, Jonathan, Portal Guy in your top 5. Death Before Dishonor, Jinx, Typical in 8th. Elvin Priest in 9th. And Shepard in top 10. So that is your results from Daytona. It's going to be Nomad, Hamlin Nation, and Dan the Man coming in for interviews tonight. As well get those guys in here. Nomad, Hamlin Nation, and Dan the Man. I think I saw the fastest lap was a 42.6. That's insane. That's insane. I appreciate everybody. If you all want to stick around, we will have interviews right here with the top 3. And I'm not sure who got 3rd, as I already forgot. I added those guys to the party, though. Thanks to everybody for stopping by. It's greatly appreciated. I believe Dan the Man in the 34. will be first. Big win there by the 8, though. 20 coming in second, as we'll wait for Dan the Man to get in here, the driver of the 34. Alright, got Nomad in here. We'll wait for those other guys to jump in. Greatly appreciate everybody who has joined the stream tonight. If you want to stick around, we will be interviewing our top 3 once they get in here. Our winner has already joined. We'll go from 3rd to 1st.
Man, that was crazy.
That was insane. Alright, there's Hamlin Nation joining us. And we'll see if Dan the Man joins. We'll get his interview. Hopefully he will join us tonight, though. Alright, so hopefully Dan the Man will join us. Alright, well, nonetheless, great race out there tonight. Really a good show. Had a couple good wrecks. That's what you expect at a super speedway. And looked like most of the pit stops went pretty smooth for most of the field. And well, nonetheless, I want to say congratulations to you two guys getting up there, 1 and 2. Seemed like a good race for you all. We'll start with Hamlin Nation, as you got 2nd place out there. You had a good car all night. You were up there in the top 5 most of the end of the race, and couldn't quite get the finish, but you almost wrecked into it to the win. But it was, what was it like out there, through the meat of the race and then that last lap?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, congrats to Nomad. Great race. Best man won for sure. Also another thing, apologies to Death. I bounced off the glitch off turn 4, and he was the only person that was above me, and I'm sorry I hit him. I know that probably cost him his race. Other than that, I mean, the racing was great. I mean, ran mid-pack most of the race, had a little bit of a big wreck in the first stage, but we came back from it. Coming to the line, I mean, I thought I had it. I was pretty disappointed with 5 to go. When that caution came out, I thought I had it. Either way, there was no excuse for how I lost that race. I did that to myself. But, accept it. We move on to Mid-Ohio next week. Like I said, congrats to Nomad, and thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem. Good racing out there tonight. It was fun watching you, and thanks for racing with us here in Ruthless Racing.
Thank you.
And now we'll go to first race in the Ruthless Racing Series, and gets his first win at a track as historic as Daytona. That's big, and to do it here in the Ruthless Racing Series Pro Series is even bigger. And that was Nomad tonight. So congratulations on your big win, and already into the playoffs if you meet the race minimum of, I believe it's 10 races. So as long as you do that, you'll be in the playoffs. What's it like to get that win tonight?
It is huge. First off, have to thank you guys for putting on a great league and inviting me and the rest of the MMF crew over to race with y'all. It's been 2.5 years since I've run any league races. Just nice to be back behind the wheel and get a win. Did not expect to be in for the win. I figured we'd settle in for 3rd, 4th, something like that. Then heading off into turn 3, saw the 11 hit the wall. All the momentum stacked up on the front side of the pack, and just started trying to find holes to get through, and stuck to the high side all the way to the finish line.
Yeah, it looked like you rode that wall for every bit it was worth there at the end, and honestly, I think you only beat them by less than a tenth, so still a close finish even with all that massive wreck behind. and big win there, big win. And congratulations to you on that. Glad to have you here in the Ruthless Racing Pro Series. For somebody who hasn't raced leagues in 2 years, you looked real good out there. And I'd like to give you this time, open mic, shout out anybody, whatever you want to say. It's yours.
Well, I'd like to shout out the rest of the MMF crew. I mean, you guys are what brought me back. Thank you all for putting on a good show, and look forward to Mid Ohio.
Damn straight.
Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, good race out there by you guys. I really appreciate it. It's fun to watch. Glad to have you guys. Hopefully we'll have a great season. It was a good start to it for sure. But yeah,
Heck yeah, looking forward to it.
yeah, good stuff out there, guys. Congratulations on your all's finish. Good win, Nomad.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. And thank you to all you that have watched tonight. Had plenty of people out here tonight. 484 comments in the stream. That's amazing and counting. Greatly appreciate all those people out there watching us that have subscribed, liked, been with us since day one. Everything NASCAR, thanks for all those official highlight videos that you do. Those should be out within the next couple of days. And thanks to Skew Cart for always shouting us out and putting us out there for the world to find and see. And yeah, next week it'll be Mid-Ohio. I'm sure it'll be something to catch on to. Unfortunately, the NASCAR duels will be going on as well. But actually, I'm going to have the duels on, and I'm going to be commenting on our race. So if you're a NASCAR fan, you'll get the best of both worlds right here on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. As always, we'll catch y'all next time and have a great and wonderful weekend.